Hello and welcome. I'm Victoria and welcome to my reading. Pick a card reading. Today we're going to talk all about your weaknesses and how you can kind of work with them and any advice that we can get out for you guys. So this is kind of a follow-up to last week's video, which was all about your strengths. So definitely check out the strengths video as well because that's very, very important. It's good to know both when you're trying to maneuver in your life. And maybe you never noticed some of your strengths and you never noticed some of your weaknesses, or you probably have. Mostly people tend to notice the negatives more than the positives, but we'll see. Maybe this video will surprise you. So I have 4 groups here. Group number 1 with this tiger's eye. Group number 2 has this Merkaba, amethyst Merkaba. Group number 3 has this Lemurian quartz, beautiful crystal. And group number 4 has this lapis. So yeah, just take your time, see which one draws you in the most, and then move on to your part of the video. Timestamps are down in the description and the comments, and you can always use the chapters anyway. I hope you enjoy this. I'll let you have some time and I'll move on to group number 1. Hello, group number 1. Here is your tiger's eye, right here next to the citrus and the pimpernel, which you picked. So this is quite an interesting bunch. With the pimpernel, I want to start with saying that one of your weaknesses is most likely something to do with having trouble choosing. Like, always feeling like there's so many options and you don't know which to go for, you don't know which is right, and maybe you're someone who's very slow to pick things and decide, and maybe even you see other people telling you, oh, can you decide? You're so bad at making decisions or something like that. I really feel like even if no one is telling you that, I feel like that's something that you have there, a bit of a problem with picking, and maybe it's because you just don't know what the right answer is. You're there waiting and you're not sure. You're not sure of yourself. And with the citrus, this card is, a lot about empowerment. So I feel like you guys really don't believe in yourselves that much. Maybe you feel like you're kind of stuck, and that's why you kind of have trouble picking where to go, what to do next, because you don't know, you're not sure of yourself, you don't want to make the wrong decision, so maybe it's easier for you to just stay where you are, where it's safe. So maybe, this can be in overall in life, but it can be just in certain situations. It definitely must be something that's affecting you though, since it's coming out here. Let's get some tarot cards that I have here for you. The 2 of Swords and the 8 of Swords. Yeah, the 2 of Swords, I'm not surprised it's coming out at all, because it just feels like you just don't know which to pick. You don't know. You're like, oh my god, I have 2 options, or maybe I have even more than 2 options, and I don't know what to do, where to go. And look how both of these cards, they're both blindfolded. So it's like you're so blind to what's happening. You feel blind. You feel like you're stuck, and you feel like you just don't know. And it's really a lot because you're not sure of yourself enough. And yeah, it feels like this is all very mental, this weakness that you have. It's all in your head, and it feels like it's all you kind of doing it to yourself. You making yourself feel like you're stuck. You're making yourself feel like you don't know where to go, what the best option is. Obviously, I have the Ace of Cups here as well, with the 3 of Swords, another sword card. A lot of your weaknesses, group number 1, are to do with just the mentality, your mentality, and like way of thinking. I feel like this is quite interesting. So this might be a bit different for, each one of you. So some of you maybe fall in love too easily, start to like things too easily, and get heartbroken quite often. And this doesn't even have to be with people. I mean, it can be with obviously love interests and with friends. Like feeling like, oh, this person, I really like being around them, then getting attached, and then they break your heart because they were not the right person. Or maybe this is something that you just experienced, and now because of this Queen of Pentacles here, maybe you feel like doing things alone is better, so you're quite independent, and like too independent maybe. If that's, yeah, it's definitely possible. I was gonna say if that's possible, but it's definitely possible. And another kind of thought I'm getting is, like I was saying, this isn't just gonna be with people, it feels like to me. So, let's, for example, say that you see some picture online of someone and they're wearing a shirt. And you're thinking, oh my god, this shirt, it's so amazing. I love how it looks on this person and I want the same thing. And then you go out, you buy it, and then you realize that you don't actually like how it looks on you, or you're out there, you're looking at it, and you're thinking, should I buy this? Should I not? Because you're kind of indecisive, and you're like, will this look good on me? And yeah, just a lot of unsure energy, and I guess in a way low confidence, maybe low self-love as well. And it's partly because you've had your heart broken by people that you're having trouble actually building a connection even with yourself. I feel like this is going quite deep, more deep than what your weaknesses are. I am getting the feeling that there's something here about materialism for some of you guys, maybe a bit too attached to physical belongings, to money, like maybe you're having bad a bad relationship with money, maybe, or with materials, funds, so on. Anyway, I really want to get into the positive side of this reading, which is getting advice for you. So let's get these oracle cards out here. Ooh, interesting. So the Cosmic Pearl telling you to expand your psychic gifts and open the gate to the angelic realms. And this card is really making me think that, your indecisiveness, you not being able to pick things is because maybe you're not connected enough to I mean, obviously you have low self-confidence, but maybe it's partly that you're not connected enough to your true self, your higher self. And maybe trying to do that, trying to open up more and allow yourself to be guided towards the right decision. Though group number 1, there's no right decision. No right, no wrong. There's things that will lead you to probably a better life, yes, or better in your view. But even if you don't pick the right thing, it's okay. So don't worry about that and allow yourself to really be guided. When you're feeling like you don't know what to pick, you don't know if this is the right thing to do, allow yourself to be guided. And on courting relationships, there's something here about letting go and forgiving. So maybe this heartbreak that you had, it's really holding you back and maybe making you feel like love is not real, or love, you'll never find someone who understands you, someone who loves you, be it friend or partner. So for those of you who maybe are too independent in your life, it's time to release, let go of the negative just experience that you had with this person or people who let you down. All of these relationships, you have a cord with them. We all have cords attached to us, to other people, to even things and situations. So you need to cut those cords and forgive these people, forgive yourself as well, and that way you'll be able to move on and have an easier time with this. Interesting that the next card is Heart Awakening. Awaken to acceptance and divine love. Give and receive in balance. And I'm really feeling called to get the other card out too. Lineage of the Rose. How interesting. So this Lineage of the Rose card, it's really a card that is telling you that you're led. Believe, trust that you're led to a particular place, moved by the goddess. And you're here for this. You're here for a reason. And if you're having any thoughts of things that you want to do, things that, maybe you should do, whatever kind of thoughts, trust that you're being led. Trust yourself, your inner call. Trust your intuition and the guidance from your higher self, from the universe. And this awaken to acceptance and divine love, it's like accept what happened in the past. Accept that it happened, even for a reason or not, it happened already. So accept that, let it go, and believe that there is love out there. Just allow yourself to feel it. Allow yourself to, awaken your heart. It feels like to me that some of you maybe are meant to meet some people soon, and because you're a bit closed off and scared, you're really not allowing yourself to meet these people. So I feel like this is very important, this message, for some of you, for sure. The Rose of Venus. Yeah. The right relationship is coming. If you feel like you don't have someone there right now, someone will come. There will be harmony in your life. So allow that person to come into your life, and also alignment and flow. You need to allow yourself to flow more. Stop questioning, which way to go. Just whenever you feel like you need to make a decision, even if it's, should I buy this food? Allow yourself to be guided to the answer. Like, if it's about food, there's something some people do. You take it in your hand and you stand there and you ask, should I buy this, or is this good for me? Something like that. And then allow yourself to see how your body tilts. If it tilts forward towards the product, then it's a yes. If it tilts backwards, then it's a no. But this is just one way to kind of get answers easily and quickly. But there's a lot more ways. And also you can just try to rely on, your first thought. If you're like, should I do this? And you're thinking yes, then go for it. Well, let's get these out too. Guardian Angel of the World. I feel like this is the first time I've seen this card. Allow yourself to grow with your angel's protective light shining all around you. Oh, I love these cards. They're so beautiful. And Dewdrop Fairy. Be open to loving yourself, for you're worthy of that love. Oh. You are worthy, group number 1, all of you. So open your heart to yourself and to others. You are worthy of love. Empower yourself. I mean, if you feel like you're lacking in something and it's annoying you, then maybe this is a message from, your higher self or the universe or guides that, you should try working on that. Try changing it. Try doing something there so that things can get better. Don't just sit there in frustration and think, oh my God, everything is so bad. I'm so awful and I can't do anything. I'm not good at anything. No, you're not. I mean, you are good at things. All of us are good at things. And all of us can learn and get better at pretty much everything. So believe in yourself more. And allow yourself to grow. Just like I was saying, growth. You're not going to start off being amazing at something. If you're at a new job, you're not going to be the best in that new job right when you enter. It takes time to learn and grow, and so on. And remember that you're protected and guided. And I have some more tarot here. So, Four of Pentacles and Nine of Cups. This Four of Pentacles is really making me think that you guys really need to kind of nurture yourself more. Look how he's holding the pentacle. This card is not read like this usually, but this is the feeling that I'm getting in this reading of this card. Like, nurture yourself, hold yourself, and love yourself. Allow yourself to grow and open up. And, if you're scared of letting others love you, let yourself love yourself first, and then maybe you'll feel like, yeah, I'm ready to, try that with other people too. And Six of Pentacles and Ten of Wands. So you guys are holding on to a lot of baggage. Like it said here, uncord relationships, it's time to uncord, cut the cords with all these people, all these things in the past. Let them go, forgive, because you're holding on to so much. So you need to stop that. Oh, and I didn't even talk about the Nine of Cups. It feels like you guys have everything that you need at your disposal. You just don't know it yet. And when you do realize it, when you start realizing what you really have and so on, maybe either you will receive something, but I feel like also this is a message for you to give out as well. So when you realize what you have in abundance, try to give that out to others. And it doesn't have to be a material thing. It can be energy, it can be ideas. If you have a lot of ideas, you can, share them with people. And I also feel like once you start loving yourself more and seeing how much you actually have, how much you're worth, like you're worth a lot. Everyone on this planet is here for a reason and is worth so much. You're gonna start receiving things when you realize that, when you start nurturing yourself and loving yourself. Yeah, group number 1, I hope this helps. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought in the comments, and don't forget to go to the strengths video if you haven't, and if you did, let me know what you think about all of this. And yeah, I really hope it helped. Like and subscribe. If you're interested in a personal reading, details are down below. Anyway, have an amazing day. Bye. Hello, group number 2. Here is your amethyst. And group number 2, you got the verbena and the hops. So your weakness, group number 2. I feel like it's hard to understand just with these cards, so I'm interested to see the tarot, but let's talk about these first. So this card here is a lot about relationships, and that either you are very good at, attracting people, but you're not very good at talking to people. Maybe you're scared and you don't like new people. You feel like no one is gonna understand you. Maybe you've had bad experiences in the past. Maybe you're just shy, but it feels like you're not very good at forming proper connections. And another thing could be that you feel like you're not good enough, so you kind of act like a different person when you meet new people, which this one is kind of hard for people to realize when they're doing it, because, obviously it's kind of, you have to have like a level of self-awareness, which I'm sure that you guys have it. It's just, I don't know. If this is for you, then if you haven't noticed it now, this is a sign for you that you need to be more yourself when you're with others. Don't pretend to be someone you're not. Don't pretend to be normal or like the other person so that they can like you. And the hops, these two together, it's really interesting because this card is a lot about exploration and swiftly moving through things, getting through things, and it's like, this is probably what you're lacking in. So there's not much exploration there. It's like you're scared. And if this is to do with relationships, it can make sense that you obviously don't want to grow your relationships and you don't like to be around people. You don't want to grow your circle. You kind of, are either content or you're just scared to move and get more, I guess. Let's get the tarot cards. Get more information on this. Oh, okay. King of Swords in reversed, Queen of Wands, Eight of Cups. Interesting, Page of Swords as well as the King of Swords. It feels like maybe you're someone who's very thought-based, very intelligent, and it's hard for you to talk to people who you don't understand and who don't understand you. And you kind of, maybe you boss people around sometimes. There's like a coldness in the way you speak, maybe. And yeah, really like no connection there. It feels like with people when speaking. And with this reverse Queen of Wands, I don't want to call anyone out, but this card can talk about someone being very jealous when it's reversed, like very jealous, and either you talk way too much when you're with others, or you're not talking at all, you're not social at all. I guess that's probably why it's coming out as well, because the upright Queen of Wands is really a kind of social butterfly, but when you reverse it, I guess it's the opposite. So you guys are definitely not that. Definitely don't like being around people. You kind of just like being on your own, and you're leaving behind the parties, you're leaving behind the people. I guess it with this Page of Wands, it's of Swords. It's like you kind of want to, I don't know, grow, but you're not growing. Kind of weird. This can be also talking again about how you present yourself. Like you present yourself in one way, but you're like, not that. So you might, I don't know, maybe bragging as well. Some of you might do that a bit. And there's nothing wrong with any of that. Everyone has some negative there in them, group number 2. So I don't want any of you to feel bad if you now are realizing that, oh, maybe I actually do this when I'm around people, especially people I don't know. Why is that happening? Ask yourself, why is that happening? And I think a big part is that you don't want to be around new people. You don't want to meet anyone. And it's probably because of past experiences that you've had, and probably because you're not really liking the people that you're meeting as well. Let's get to the fun, positive part and see what advice there is for you. How to deal with this, or what to do to, get better, make this better. Create your vision and listen to your heart. So if you guys really do have moments where you feel a bit jealous, then maybe it's time that you start actually building your life and doing things that you like, because that will really make you more joyful as well, but also it will make you stop seeing other people's lives and thinking, oh, I could have that, or why don't I have that, or I wish I had that, so on. And listening to your heart and awakening psychic abilities. Interesting. I mean, yeah, seeing this and that, it's very intellectual focused, and it reminds me of like if you're really researching psychology, let's say, and you're reading about all these things, but you're really reading about like things that are kind of baseline that humans, made up, or I guess researched and so on. But if you're really interested in things like that, you can go deeper and a bit more spiritual, I guess. And see how things really work, because there's deeper things out there. People think this one is a hard one to explain. Let's get this example. So, if you're hearing that someone is a child of divorce or a single child or a child with five siblings, you're starting to analyze them and you're like, "Oh yeah, you're like this because of this and this." But you're really focusing on like that kind of information and you're not going deeper. That's the kind of feeling. I really hope this makes sense. It's really a feeling of not diving deep enough because you're just looking at the surface, because you're so stuck in the information, the I don't know, see it to believe it, kind of thing, you know? I hope this makes sense to you guys. Um, so I feel like it will be really important for you to try to be more open minded to more things. Like, there's more than just what, like, a psychologist therapist would tell you. There's a lot more to your situation sometimes, or to what happened, or, why people are the way they are. So, I guess try to um, rely more on your intuition. Try to tune in more to the infinite, as it says here. The great serving Mars energy. There's some anger in you, group number 2, possibly. Maybe it's like you need to learn how to release it. And forge, don't follow. Be the leader you wish you had. I mean, that one kind of speaks for itself, but this card, softening to love, I think this is why this card came out. Softening to love. You need to soften up to other people, and if you don't trust someone that you meet, try to, use your intuition, see if they're a person that you should maybe talk with more. And maybe try to initiate a conversation if you feel like this person isn't awful. And allow yourself to soften. I feel like you're quite rigid and cold sometimes. That's just the vibe I'm getting. I like turn this Queen of Wands around. Because right now, you're not that happy. You're not someone, you might still be someone who attracts other people to you, but I'm not really sure if they want to stay in your company. This next card is quite interesting. Healing the motherline. Wow. So maybe for a lot of you, this is this is trauma coming from your mother. And like I was saying before, when you think about this and think, okay, I have this problem, is it coming from my mom? And then, I don't know, try to think deeper, not just analyze it like psychologically, like really think deep and be open minded about the answer you're gonna get, because you will probably get an answer and maybe it won't be what you expect. And if you can, you should definitely try to heal your relationship with your mother, because this will help you a lot. You need to grow. You're not allowing yourself to grow your relationships, or the ones that are, that you have, and you don't want to grow your relationship circle, so meet more people and so on. But you need to do that. You need to open yourself more and heal whatever is there from your mom. I mean, I guess a lot of kids can end up being jealous and so on because of things that their mother especially said. If your mom was paying attention too much to others, or comparing you too much, or just having really high expectations of you, that would make sense. And it's time to heal that, to see it, heal it, but really realize where it's coming from. The child within. Inner mother. There's definitely something here about a mother. So if some of you are parents, then you need to be careful about what you're going to pass on to your child or children. But I really feel that inside you, there's someone who's just like it says here, innocent, gentle, tender, like someone who loves hugs and loves to cuddle and so on. I don't know, I'm really feeling that, but your exterior is so cold. And I guess that is coming most likely from trauma and other things. So it's really time to heal that and allow yourself to be more of this innocent, gentle, tender person. Um, and maybe something about a child as well. Inner child, healing your inner child. Some of you, your inner child is not going to be very happy. That's probably why you're having these issues. That's why this is your weakness. I guess people. Very interesting. Titania's flight. You have had problems in the past, but to move on, you must both forgive and forget. Learning from mistakes will enrich your life. Yeah. If you made the mistakes, forgive yourself and move on. If your mother made the mistakes, forgive her. Forgive her. She was only doing what's best, what she thought was best for you, what she thought was best for her and for the whole situation. Most mothers love their children and they only do what they think is best. Now, that might really not be the best at all, but it doesn't take away the fact that they were doing it out of the goodness of their heart. We also have the Hierophant here. And the Two of Cups. Hierophant and the Two of Cups. Are some of you getting married? Or just creating a family? I feel like it's something that you want, most likely, if you don't have it already. But really, there's definitely something here about love and someone in particular. So if you don't have someone who you can call a soulmate or a life partner or someone who, you love so much, doesn't have to be a romantic partner, I guess. It can be a friend as well who you really feel connected to, or a parent even, can be a family relation too. That will come into your life, that person, if you don't have them already. If you do have them, this is definitely a call to kind of try to deepen your bond, talk about things, and allow yourself to, be softer with them. And yeah, if you don't have that, then it feels like this person is coming. So you really need to put the past in the past, heal, and, go on. And, you're being nudged forward. Do what makes your heart sing. Do what you like. Be happy so that this person can come and you can have an amazing life together, an amazing journey. And it's very interesting. I was thinking about the Hierophant and why is he coming out here? But it makes sense now that I just remembered that I was saying that you guys need to think more spiritual. The way that you're thinking, it's too rigid, too information based. You need to think deeper, 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 deeper. Go deeper, more spiritual if you have to. Maybe your brain and your conscious mind won't fully, accept these thoughts that you will end up getting from this kind of thinking. But I think with time, you will understand everything. You just need to allow yourself to be more open-minded and learn more about spirituality. Yeah. And there's actually one more card for you. This reading has become so long. The Blue Bell. And it's worth it for it to be this long because this card really ties it all together. You have been a naturally most likely independent person and you need to start opening yourself up more and allowing yourself to ask for help, allowing yourself to meet other people, allowing yourself to make more connections, because if you don't, I feel like you're really going to lose out on some important people that are supposed to come into your life. But also, your life will be enriched by you being able to ask for help and get help from others. So why not go for it? Do it. Trust someone. Allow yourself to trust someone. If you feel it in your heart that this person is trustworthy, trust them. Anyway, I'm gonna end it here, group number 2. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to go watch the strengths video if you haven't yet. And let me know in the comments what you thought about all of this. This was a lot of information and a lot of, all kinds of different things. Some things will resonate with some people, others won't. This is, of course, a general reading for a lot of people. But yeah, If you like this, leave a like, subscribe, and if you're interested in a personal reading, details are down below. Anyway, hope you have an amazing day. Bye. Hello, group number 3. Here's your Lemurian quartz. And you got some interesting cards, group number 3. After the rain and the oak. And I mean, my fault for making a video all about weaknesses, but yeah, I don't want to call anyone out. I don't want to, make anyone feel bad about how they are and how they're acting, but I really feel like some of you definitely have a bit of a problem with ego. So you probably achieved a lot in your life. That's amazing, group number 3. I congratulate you. And if you don't feel like you achieved a lot, then maybe that's your problem, that you're not seeing your achievements and how great you are. But I feel like some of you are seeing that, and I mean, this comes from also a lack of confidence, overconfidence. It feels like you're a bit overconfident in sometimes, not always, and especially when things are ending. So I feel like it's hard for you to let go of some things, and maybe you sometimes get the feeling of, well, how can they not want me at this job? I'm so good. I've done so much for them. Or like this other person that they kept is so much worse than me. Something like that. Or why doesn't this person want to be with me anymore? I'm so much better than them. They should want me. They should want to be with me or want to be my friend, or so on. Something like that. But there's definitely trouble here with confidence and with just not being humble enough in a way. It's like you are great, you're amazing. You're either too humble or not humble at all. um and yeah, there's definitely some trouble here with letting go and allowing yourself to start anew. I'm really interested in the tarot cards that you got, so let's get them out here. So you got the Ace of Pentacles, the Death, oh my god, the King of Wands, and the Tower. This is such an interesting reading. Yeah, you guys definitely have trouble letting go and moving on to something new, or maybe you move on way too quickly. Sometimes you might move on way too quickly, some of you. But it really feels like I'm getting an image of like an elephant in a glass store, something like that. Like you're breaking everything. When it's time to change, like change happens like a big bang for you. Look at all this, like, you don't like to let go and change. So the universe kind of has to make you change. So every time something changes for you, it like happens catastrophically sometimes. Yeah. And yeah, this King of Wands. I'm really sorry, group number 3, the people who picked this. I'm really sorry, but with the King of Wands, it really does cement the feeling of overconfidence and feeling like you're the leader. You did so much, you got everything, you're doing great, so on. And that doesn't take away from what you have done, by the way. Whatever you've done, whatever you've achieved, it's amazing, it's there. But just the way that you are expressing it sometimes, and the way that you think about yourself, and the way that it's really tying together with this letting go part it's really hard. It's like if you lose a job, it's like the end of the world for you. Or if you lose someone or something, it's like you're gonna be thinking about it for weeks because it's just so hard for you to let go, and you feel like, how can they not want me? Am I bad? Or something like that. And that does come from too little confidence as well. Like, overconfidence only comes to people who actually don't have confidence. The people who are overly confident, most times, they just don't believe in themselves enough. So I feel like You guys know how good you are and so on. But it's like you're trying to compensate for something because you feel like you're not good enough. You know you've done a lot and you're great, but you feel like you're not good enough yet. And you are. You are good enough, group number 3, all of you. You're perfect just the way you are. And that doesn't mean that you can't grow. Yeah, you can grow a lot more. That's why changes are coming to you and you're being forced to change things. But, you have to remember that at every point of your life, you're perfect. And love yourself at that time. I mean, we didn't even get to the advice cards. Let's get them out. And how interesting that this rest in perfect love card is coming out. Just as I was saying, you need to love yourself because, if you are having overconfidence issues and this kind of thing, it is coming from a lack there, from a thought you have that, you're not good enough. Forgiveness. You are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father healing is possible at this time. So some of you might have some trauma from your father. Maybe your father never told you you're good enough. Maybe he was always critical of you. So maybe that's something for some of you there that you have a problem with and you need to heal. You need to heal that so that you can move forward and forgive him, for what he did. Yeah, it was not nice, most likely, but it was probably how he was raised and he doesn't know better. But you can do better. You can be on a higher path, and you are. You already are. You've probably done so much better in some ways than your parents. So be proud of that. Be proud of yourself. And also lifting the veil. This card is really making me think that, you need to lift the veil. Get the curtains away and see the full picture. Here it also says, understand oneness. Understand that the universe, we all are amazing because we come from one. Let's say this one acorn. When it goes into the earth and it's planted, so on, it's gonna grow into a tree, and that tree is gonna have lots of little acorns. Well, that's us. We started from one thing, and then, that one thing wanted to split away and have different experiences, and you need to understand that so that it can help you forgive yourself, forgive others, and also not have these confidence issues, because then you'll really understand that we are all perfect. We are all part of this one still. We don't disconnect from it. We're just having like an experience. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with you doing bad or doing too good and so on. The next card you have, Codes of the Seeds. The blueprint is within you. Take the next steps. I feel like there's something out there that you need to do. And it's probably maybe even completely different from what you've been doing, what you've achieved, what you've accomplished so much in. And it's really, you're really being forced to kind of do this. If you have been feeling like things are changing so much around you, like you're feeling like you're losing things, that you're being pushed in a certain direction, that's for a reason, because there's something out there that you need to do. There's something out there for you that you need to start doing. And group number 3, I know it's hard for you to make change in your life, but if you're getting this call, if you're feeling it inside that you need to start this, you need to go and do it. Allow yourself to, let go of this thing that, you're having trouble letting go of. Let's see some other oracle cards you got. You got the Seed. So much about, starting something new, and the daisy. And this daisy, it's so interesting that you're getting it, because it's like grieving from a loss. If you're grieving from a loss, a brand new connection will come to you. So really, whatever you lost, Something better will come. And remember that in just your whole life. If you lose your job, that means that, you either need a lot of rest now because you burnt out or something, or there's something there that's better, some better job or some better opportunity. And since, you got this King of Wands, it's possible that if this is related to jobs, because I feel like I've been talking for no reason a lot about jobs. If this is about losing a job and so on, if you're feeling uncomfortable and bad in your job, then maybe this is a sign for you that you need to start trying to have a more independent business and kind of grow this. The seed is here. This is both seed cards. So you don't need to, completely let go of everything right now. Don't push yourself that hard especially if you have a hard time letting go. It's time right now for you to be in an in-between stage. You can still be at your old job, or you can just be jobless, that if you can afford that, of course. I mean, I feel like a lot of yeah. Well, yeah, allow yourself to be in the in between where it's the most uncomfortable, most likely for you, and build on this seed, nurture this seed. So, whatever it is that you want to grow it so that it can, sprout. And yeah, remember that new things are always there. Things happen for a reason. Ooh, interesting. 7 of Cups. I feel like there's a lot of options for you out there. Just if you lose something, there's a lot of options for you. There's a lot there. That's it basically. There's a lot that it can be replaced with. If you lose someone, well, there's someone else that's gonna come. And yeah, there definitely is something about working together with others as well. So if you lost a person, definitely someone new will come. Who I'm really getting the visual of, find your treasure and go for it. Just go and do it. Find the treasure and go towards it. Look how exactly, it's like he's rushing here to get this treasure. How amazing. And maybe there's some people out there who you can ask for help and see if you can get assistance on this, whatever it is that you're finding or searching for or building. Fairy godmother, get out of your shell and allow yourself to sing out loud with the music of the day. And also fairy voyage, as a child of power, you can bring joy and purpose to the world. So yeah, whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing, making, it's something that will bring joy to the world, not just to you. So this is really important. That's why you're being so pushed constantly. So it's time to really get out of your shell. Exactly. Get out of your shell. Get out of your comfort box, comfort place, comfort zone. Oh my God. And make changes happen, because if you're not happy with yourself, with who you are, if you're having doubts about yourself, you feel like I've done so much, I've accomplished so much, but something is still missing. There's a reason for that. There's a reason something is missing. Find what is missing and replace whatever you're not happy with this thing. Really, it's such a strong, powerful message, and I'm sorry if I triggered anyone with the start of this reading. I feel like it's kind of hard to hear some of these things, especially if you're not that aware of them. But yeah. Anyway, I think I'll end it here. What I said speaks for itself by now, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you thought, and don't forget to go watch the strengths video. And see what your strengths are. And like and subscribe, of course. If you're interested in a personal reading, details are down below. Anyway, I hope you have an amazing day. Bye. Hello, group number 4. Here is your lapis lazuli. And group number 4, you got the bramble and the foxglove. So what does that mean in terms of weaknesses? Group number 4, I think you guys are it feels like you're very vulnerable all the time and like aren't protecting yourself. And maybe you're like a sensitive person, or you feel like, a sensitive person. You're probably an empath, most likely. And you just are not protecting yourself, and that's a big weakness for you. You always feel like you're vulnerable. You always feel like people are hurting you with what they say, people are hurting you with their energy, and so on. And with the foxglove, it even I'm getting the feeling of maybe you're even taking on so many things from other people, even personality traits at this point. So you don't even know, you might not even know who you really are. You probably are not even fully yourself because you've taken on so much from everyone else because you're not protecting yourself at all. Which is, I can't, no one can blame you for that because we're not really taught how to protect our energy and so on. Um, but yeah, because you're not protected, you're taking on so much from other people, like tics. You can take on like words that they say. You start to dress like them. You start to act like them, speak like them. Yeah, it really feels like that. Like, and at this point, you might be feeling like, I don't even know who I am. I don't know what my problem is, and I don't know what, my peers' problems are. Which things in me are mine and which aren't. And, very relatable, group number 4. I've been there, so I feel for you. But let's see the tarot cards and see if there's anything more here. Really out of balance. I think your guys are out of balance because the temperance here, in a weakness reading, I doubt your weakness is that you're balanced. Group number 4. And the Page of Pentacles and Six of Swords. Interesting. I'm getting the feeling of constantly being in this cycle of imbalance. Like first you're really really super happy, and then you're super super sad, and then something else, and then it just keeps going and going and going, and it's like the same. It never changes. Whatever kind of situations they are, it's still the same feelings. This feeling roller coaster is the same. It's like your roller coaster is going in like the same kind of waveform when really it should be going up, because there's always ups and downs in our life. But as long as we can make the ups higher and the downs higher as well, that way we're growing and we're prospering. But you guys, I feel like it's either going down or it's going just very stagnant and the same. And yeah, there's something here about running away as well. It feels like you're either quite young, and if it's not in years, then it could even be like your soul is young, so you don't even know fully how well to do things, and it feels like things are new to you. I don't know, this is what this page is giving me, like this kind of idea, or very new to Earth, and you're just confused because you're still, yeah, if you guys are who are watching this, if you're Starseed and you're coming to Earth now for the first time and you're feeling like, you don't know that you're, maybe you don't even know that this is your first time on Earth and that you come from, whole different planets, and, there they don't need to protect themselves and things from other people's energies. And here you're like so overwhelmed because you just can't take it anymore. There's so much energy thrown around here, there, and most of it is in negative. And you just don't know what to do. So maybe there's a bit of, trying to run away and too many thoughts. Running away from your thoughts, trying to run away from them, but you kind of can't because they just keep catching up to you, because it's like just a cycle, going in a cycle. I feel like for you guys, a big advice will most likely be, to try to somehow protect yourself. But let's see, and let's get into the advice cards. Enough about seeing what's, what the weakness is. Let's see the advice. Look for the signs and pay attention and expect an answer. So something I heard like kind of recently is we can always get an answer if we ask. the thing is, a lot of times we block the answer because we don't really want to know it. Because if it's something that we don't want to hear, then, obviously we won't like it. And if it's something that we do want to hear, then we'll probably, not believe it. So if you guys have questions about things and, you want to ask, try asking. Try asking your higher self, try asking the universe, whoever. And really be open to an answer, because that's when you're really gonna get it. If you're not open, then you're just not gonna get an answer. That's all. And transcendence with Shiva. Rise up, honor your inner force, steps are being given, dance with the universe. Interesting. You need to honor yourself. Like I was saying before, it feels like you guys might not even know who you are anymore because you've taken on so much stuff from other people, probably parents, friends, so on. You need to honor yourself, realize what's really you, realize inside you which parts are actually you, and honor that. And, dance with the universe, do what you like. Realize what you like and what you don't, what you really like, not what your friends like, not what your family likes, what you like and what you are like. I hope that makes sense. Inner strength. There's a lot about strength here. You guys might feel like you've struggled so much. You might feel so weak, and you might feel like you just don't have any strength. You're not strong at all, blah, blah, blah. Well, you are. You have a lot of inner strength. You've probably been through a lot. So recognize your power and recognize that you have been through a lot and that, you can get through this. You can start protecting yourself. You don't have to take on so much from other people, whatever it is. It might not even be energy. It might be just that people just constantly are hurting you with their words and actions. And you have the strength to get through that. So yeah, also make sure to go watch the strengths video since this is coming out. Need to say that if you haven't, so you see what your strengths are as well, because that's very important. Weight of the world. I'm not surprised this card came. Boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. You're carrying a lot that's not yours. So you need to start realizing what's really yours and what's not. And again, if you want to ask, is this mine? Ask and wait for an answer. Or don't just sit there and wait. Sometimes not everyone gets answers like that. Just see how you're sent answers as well. That's really important. But you will get an answer somehow. You might be seeing repeating numbers a lot. That's a sign of a yes, or a sign of just that you're on the right path. You might just get some thoughts. You might hear a song that has some lyrics that are helping you. But yeah, and it's time to let go of all this stuff. Actually, if you guys are interested, if you like meditation and if you're interested, I did make a meditation for empaths to release, and I feel like that will really help a lot of you because it feels like you really are carrying so much. And that's, in that meditation there's also shielding part, so it will help you shield yourself as well from other things that are incoming. But I feel like you really need that, group number 4. So yeah, if you're interested, definitely check that out. And double mission. Wow, interesting that I was saying you guys are probably star seeds. Probably, come from another planet, another galaxy, so on. Yeah, you're here to serve the world by being you. You have a double mission, You're not just here to expand yourself and, learn and so on. You're here to help others as well. And you can't really help others if you don't even know who you are and if you're holding on so much energy from other people. So this is really important for you now to start seeing what you really want in life, and if the things you're doing, even if they're something that you want or that someone else actually wants. Yeah. And this is definitely a deep reading. Like, you have a lot to give, a lot to show, a lot to do in this life. So really make sure that you're safe, make sure that you're ready to do that, and realize that you have so much strength in you. The Mystic Rose. Compassion and devotion. Yeah, there's really something here. I feel like you guys, like I said, empath, starseed, you are feeling everything. So you do have this like compassion for humans, for people, because you felt it, but you also maybe also have this fear and everything because of all of the things you felt. This card is also really coming out probably because of all the pain that you've endured, all the things that you endured, all of that stuff that you took on. Have compassion for the people who, I guess got that out. The people who were, let's say, negative and you took on their energy and then you became negative, or the people who did something bad to you, they're also hurting. Have that compassion for them. Realize that, they don't, no one really wants to hurt. I mean, maybe there's some, like, not many evil people out there, but most people, they don't want to hurt others. They're hurt on the inside and they don't really know what to do. They just feel like, oh, maybe if I do this, I'll feel better. But yeah, realize that, people here are hurting and we're here to help them, us starseeds. So have that compassion for them. Open your heart. Angel with a flower garland. I am the magic in your heart. Open your mind and listen and shine out to the others around you. Yeah, I mean, this is such a starseed card. Open your mind, open your heart so that you can get that information from your true self, from your higher self, from source, and then share it with the world. Share your light, share your energy, because you have a beautiful energy and you need to find it, find what's really yours so that you can share it, because at this point maybe you don't know what's exactly yours. Autumn belly. Autumn leaves mean changes do. It will be exciting, but only if you allow it to happen. So all of this stuff, you can learn to protect yourself. You can learn to let go of these things that you're holding on to. You can learn to be yourself, your true self, but only if you allow it to happen. If you don't allow it to happen, it's not going to happen. So group number 4, this is entirely up to you. Things can get better for you in terms of this, but they won't necessarily. It would need you to actually do something about it for them to get better. And you have the Page of Cups. Ooh, a lot of feminine cards here. The Empress, the Strength, and the Queen of Swords. So you're really being advised to kind of step more into your divine feminine, which is like, you're powerful and you have a lot of power. Like, I feel like a better way to say it actually would be that you have a lot of love. And all of that love is making you so powerful. So you have it all in you, and you need to start your kind of journey on learning how to, cultivate this power, cultivate the strength that you have within you. And having all of that, it's not this, your strength is love and compassion, that thing that you hold within you, because you have it, you know that you have it. So it's really about nurturing that more and finding yourself and going on that kind of journey, realizing all of these things and, cutting away the people that, don't deserve you anymore. Cutting away the things that you don't need anymore. Cut away everything else. Be confident in yourself. And be yourself, not someone else. Be yourself. A strong, loving, and compassionate being that's just here to help. And how will you help? By being yourself. By enjoying your life, and by having compassion for others, even the people who hurt you the most. Anyway, I think I'll end it here, group number 4. This was quite an amazing reading, quite a high vibrational one. Whew. I hope that it helped. I really, really hope it did. Again, if you haven't checked out the strengths video, definitely go and do that. If you enjoyed this, leave a like, subscribe. Definitely tell me in the comments what you thought, please. And yeah, if you're interested in a personal reading, details are down below. Anyway, I hope you have an amazing day. Bye!